last season.
Knock down a high percentage of their shots. They did that. And
the Jam sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D
deny those looks.
Now here is Hill. He had 16 points in the win against Utah.
And also his assist total tells you about the job he did of keeping his head up and keeping his teammates involved.
Here's Freak. Hassan Whiteside made his last pass, and he gets it to go.
Teams get the message to cover shooters after one or two wide open looks at the three-point shot, but it seems like they have just not figured it out.
Now Irving. Paul George missing from long range. Freak with it, picked up by Ellis. No one near James as he lets it go. And a miss there on the triple. And even 3-on-3.
Far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
Freak, and he goes in for the dunk.
He couldn't have dreamed of a much better start here than they've had today.
I think the offensive game... plan they came in with was right on point. It's worked perfectly, and the lead they already have is proof in the pudding.
Tipped away.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Here's the triple. The Pacers pull it in. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
They were just locked really in a zone from a team defense standpoint, and nobody ever got stuck on an island. There was always somebody providing help, and the communication was tremendous.
And that was the key, Greg, the communication and the teamwork. You can't play good rotating defense if you're not communicating and on the same page. They were doing all of that at a high level.
And George kicks to Ellis. Plenty of space. No luck.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play. Cavaliers ahead, up by 16. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And, of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous, tremendous leadership.
I put them all on me.
Straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility. And completely new group on the floor for the Cavaliers. Then for the Pacers, Whiteside's checked in for Gibson. Paul George comes in for C.J. Miles. Ellis in for Rodney Stuckey. Freak, he's in at the point. Harris is out there with LeBron James. Then there's Ian Mahinmi. And it's Hunter in at the 2. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Here's George. Fades away and sinks the tough shot. George has got 6.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
And Freak throws it down.
Punches it down with pop.
Rubs it in. It looks like a little deeper with the hanging finish.
I tell you what, they're not backing off at all, are they?
And the foul called on Freak. That'll be his second foul of the game. To the inside. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Hill. Cleveland's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Bulls was simply terrific. He ended with 62 points, and the basket must have looked like an ocean to him as he nailed 3 after 3. What a show it was as he put up some really amazing numbers when it was all said and done. Even we marveled at his performance, Kevin.
Great job, Doris. Thank you, guys. It's going to be very interesting to see if he can stay in a role like that tonight.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes those hot streaks can last for days, and I'm sure they'll be feeding him the basketball, hoping he's still got that mojo working.
Well, they ought to. I mean, when you've got a thoroughbred like him, I think you've got to ride him for as long as he'll carry you.
Second free throw, no good.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
George with the ball. He's picked up by James. 6 to shoot. Launches a 3. Good on that shot. And with that, the Cavalier lead is cut down to just 10 points on the bucket from George. Cleveland's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And that one's good. And that's now 35 points for Freak.
What a top-notch game he's having. He's gotten them in front, and it should. Sure seems like he's going to keep him there. All by himself, it looks like.
Hill dishes to Whiteside. There's the pick. And George, here we go. The 10-footer. The shot by Turner, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 12. Here's Freak. You saw him go on a scoring rampage last game. 24 seconds left in the first half of the game. Hill passes to George. Turner with a screen for George. It's back to Hill. Whiteside kicks to Ellis. Whiteside a screen. Harris outside. And the first half is now.
A tough go for your guys so far tonight. What's been the biggest obstacle to pulling off your game plan?
Okay, eyes up front, guys. Our fans are really liking what we've done so far, and so am I.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Freak in this game, he has been everywhere.
Boy, did he put on a show from beyond in that first half. Let's see if the halftime break has any cooling effect on him.
Well, I tell you what, we'll soon find out, because I guarantee they're going to keep feeding it to him behind the arc until he does cool off.
On the court for Indiana, they've got Whiteside. Taj Gibson is out there with Paul George. Then there's Hill, and it's Ellis, and at the 2 guard.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
Hill kicks to George. Gibson the screen. George dishes to Gibson, and he gets it to go. Gibson's got his first 2 points of the night.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Hill passes to George. Whiteside a screen on LeBron, and stolen by James. Power down with both hands.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it, too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up.
Checked in for Cleveland. Turner's checked in for the Pacers. C.J. Miles comes in for George. Passes it to Freak. Shoots the three, and that one's good. Freak's got 7 points for the quarter.
He's doing it all for them right now on the offensive side. No matter what the defense has done, they haven't been able to find an answer to stop him. And he's had an answer for every defense he's seen.
Hill kicks to Turner. Gibson dishes to Turner. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Assist from
Turner's got 9.
So far, going for more of an inside game here in this second half, and I like that. A little smash mouth basketball, taking it inside.
Pacers trail by 17. Miles the pass to Ellis. Knocked away and stolen by Freak. Rips down the breakaway slam.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Cleveland ahead, up 19. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. Pacers trail by 19. Freak in a two-guard. Kevin Love out there with Mahinmi. Then it's Smith, and it's Irving in at the point guard position. That's the 5 for Cleveland right now. Outside Gibson, 6 to shoot. Can he keep it going? The shot by George, no good. And for the Cavaliers, they're shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. And a wide open look for Freak. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Freak's got 47 points. Indiana's gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They are 4 for 9. Hill kicks to George. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
A bad idea going forward to try to let him do a little more damage from beyond the arc.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Caspi, he's checked in for Love. And James subbed in for J.R. Smith. Whiteside's checked in for the Pacers. Jeremy Lin comes in for George Hill.
That's far too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
3 of their last 5 makes come from beyond the arc. The defense has to react quicker.
Whiteside dishes to Lynn. Ellis left side. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Cleveland leading by 23. Irving kicks to LeBron. Out left to the wing. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Whiteside's got 6 rebounds here tonight. And there's the feed to George. Connects from three-point range. George has got 5 points now in the quarter.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
There's no doubt about it. The defense, you can see him exhaling right now. Fortunate that he didn't knock that one down.
The Cavaliers have gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Freak. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Ellis wide open. That doesn't go either for Ellis.
You can't get in a much better position for the 3 than that. Everything was right on target. It just didn't fall.
No coverage that time.
They're going back to the three-point shot over and over and over.
And they may have found the Achilles heel of this defense. That was their 9th straight point from beyond. Quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. It's stolen by Mahinmi. Here's Freak. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
The activity level defensively, I've really been impressed with. There's been an attack mode on the defensive end.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Indiana's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight, 5 of 12. Young passes to Whittington. Screen by Young. And the shot is good from Stuckey.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
Jacks up a 3. Whittington with the rebound. The Pacers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the 4th quarter. And Young kicks to Whittington. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Boy, that's a warm-up jumper there. I mean, when you're a pro, you can't make excuses for missing that one.
Here's Freak. The 3 ball. That's good.
This defense is giving their shooters free rein to operate from behind the arc.
And when you allow shooters to get in a rhythm, then you're going to have problems because they can hit it even when you start to defend it with intensity. Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
1:36 left to play here in the 4th.
And such a steady hand. I mean, he's one of those guys that's really allowed them to take the lead.
Well, he's just so reliable and dependable and consistent, especially here today. I mean, his shooting percentage is off the charts.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Cavaliers.
And they could do no wrong today, Steve. That's right. This was a team performing to its Clark fullest capabilities.
Yeah, and a very satisfying win for him, too. A game to remember, and on the other side, definitely one you want to forget as soon as possible.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And it's always nice to get win number 1 against an opponent you'll be seeing a total of 4 times over the course of the year. They really set the tone tonight for their season series against the Pacers.
And when you look back at this one, what an amazing performance this was for Freak. He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
And he gets it to go.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, It is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on. On letting it fly.
Young with no one around. That three off the mark.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Stuckey outside. Whittington dishes to Stuckey. Young from outside, and good coming on the assist by Rodney Stuckey. Now, Freak missed. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
I don't think they have anything but positives to take away from.
Hey.
Thank you, Kevin.
The 2K Sports post-game show.